Yo, what is good, people? I have literally just got back from a nice day out in sunny Wales. Who am I kidding? It was raining, it was downpouring, my hair is wild and windswept. However, on my way home, I did have quite a good thought process actually. So I was reminiscing about all of the kind of good things, all of the ideologies, all the inspirations that got me into streaming on Twitch in the first place. And while I was also thinking about this, I was thinking about the motivators that have kind of helped me to continue along this journey, along this path. And I'd like to share that inspiration with you. If you're willing, you know, you don't have to. Feel free to switch off the screen right now, but if you do want to stick along for the ride, hold that thought, and I'll be back in a moment. I just need to go make myself a little bit more presentable. Fresh clothes, check. Hair, moderate improvement, not vastly improved, still like a bird nest, check. Headphones, let's chuck these bad boys on, and let's get straight into the video. Now a wise man, Ferris Bueller, I know, full of wisdom, right? Once told me, well he didn't actually tell me, he told me through a movie, vicariously, that life moves pretty fast. And if you don't take a second to look around once in a while, you could easily miss it. Now with that said, if I were a guessing man, I would bet that you are quite a perceptive individual, considering that you caught wind of one of the fastest mediums of human connection in this present internet age, otherwise known as live streaming, and for pretty good reason. Now without transforming this video into an infomercial by delving way too deeply into the statistics, live streaming is estimated to be worth at least, the very least 70 billion by 2021, and there are literally no signs of that figure or that rate slowing down. No, that's like sky high, ooh, a rocket ship. Now telling you this is all fine and dandy, but what are the incentives for you to actually start your own stream in 2019, this present year? And what are the motivators to actually get you to continue with that streaming? My name is S.A.M Potential, and my driving force is to ensure that by the end of this very video, that you will go away feeling fully stream incorporated. And talking of this video, in this video I will highlight five good reasons to inspire you to take the step of your own into the streaming world in 2019, and hopefully beyond that as well. Now, without further ado, let's do the do. Do the do? Yeah, that line probably could do with a fair amount of work. Cut. We're going to start off proceedings by covering both reasons number 1 and 2 in conjunction. Now perhaps, like me, you noticed that as you were growing older, your passion and your enthusiasm for playing video games had started to dwindle, and you'd all but seen every single rehash of a video game genre under the sun. Yet you still vividly hold on to your childhood experiences of nostalgia and of playing games that felt fresh, vivid and new. Alternatively, you were someone who's ritually spending the majority of their day-to-day life invested in playing video games, researching gaming content, buying the hot new releases, or attending events and conventions related to gaming. Now in the first scenario, streaming serves as an opportunity to breathe a new lease of life into a hobby that had literally no meaning or no purpose by incentivizing you to schedule it into a set day and time of your routine to play games, which minimizes the risk of you becoming burnt out. Now in the latter scenario, being able to provide a running commentary about your decision making whilst freely being able to share your heart-pounding experiences with viewers adds another layer of complexity and another layer of control to an already pre-existing hobby. We bring you this short intermission to break some serious news. If you do find that boring, drooling, S.A.M Potential man remotely interesting or entertaining, You may well indeed. Oh god, why do I have to read this self-promotion? It's disgusting. You may well do stop by his Twitch channel every Monday, Wednesday and Friday from 4 PM GMT or BST. God knows what the time zone is in the UK anymore. I'm completely lost. Or you don't have to at all, but either way, whatever you do, make your mind up quickly. Number 3. After years of being underappreciated for your achievements at work, and being worn down by pushy bosses who care little for your mental health or your well-being, what if I told you that you could be a captain of your own ship and escape this harsh reality? Even if just for a few hours. Streaming offers the opportunity of being a self-produced entertainer when choosing the narrative or persona, whether that should encompass the narrative of positivity, of oppression, of being a professional gamer, a cosplayer, a body actor, body painter, method actor. God knows what you want to be, you can be it. You can choose that persona. You have that freedom, that creative space to actually make your own decisions. But that is not all. You have the power to determine which alerts, which overlays you'd like to use to fill your screen with. You can choose which game best suits your personality style. You can choose to spend a dime or a few $1,000s in relation to the gear that you would like to use. The best reflects your imagination and your creativity. There are no boundaries, it's limitless. As well as that, you can choose which schedule you like to use. It's your own ideas. Ultimately, how seriously you decide to take streaming and how far you wish to progress is not dictated by a company's lust for money or by anyone other than yourself. And to me, that is omnipotent. And think of it this way, you are not being scripted on what to say, how to feel, how to think, or how to behave. Obviously, within the terms of service, I will not be held responsible for you getting yourself banned, so that's a no-go. You think about this carefully, okay? Use your brain. Use your brain. Now, the fourth reason is a lot more subjective. Now, there are a large proportion of individuals who I have no doubt in my mind would love to get home and just sit down in front of a computer and play video games. I, for one, as a child, did exactly this. I would get home from school, I would grab a snack, I would put on my PlayStation 3, and I would sit in front of Call of Duty all day and play until my KD was at least 2.0. Even if my parents did argue with me and weren't too happy, told me to go outside and get some vitamin D in my life. Now, on the flip side of the coin, there are the smaller percentage of people that fall under the spectrum of having mild social anxiety upwards to full-blown agoraphobia. And this makes their life difficult because it means that it's harder for them to meet strangers, it's harder for them to go outside, they don't want to go to work necessarily, even though a lot of them do, and it means that it's simply difficult to answer a phone call on the best of days, and this leads to a vicious cycle of loneliness and isolation. Streaming, while potentially frightening, is at least on the surface level far less intimidating and far less intrusive for an individual suffering from social anxiety or agoraphobia. Streaming is a small step in an attempt to alleviate many of the symptoms that are experienced in reality. For one, when streaming, an individual can socially interact with another individual who may have very similar or the same symptoms and faces the same objects in their life, but they never actually have to meet each other physically. Secondly, and unlike reality, if at any point you start to feel overwhelmed or start to panic, the stream can be ended at a simple click of a button and you're still comfortably sat within the safety of your own house. Hey, yeah, you there. Hello, hey. I didn't realize you were sleeping. Oh, sorry. Okay, so I know I've been rambling on a fair amount, to the point that many of you are probably fast asleep. But this is my fifth reason why you should start your stream in 2019. So, unbeknownst to the world, you may be harboring an expertise for a craft which you've yet to share with anyone, not expressed to any living soul. So you've secretly always aspired to want to educate the youth on how to perform the most exquisite 360 no-scope that any living soul in human existence has ever seen. Yet, without a platform to offer your guidance and your wisdom, your skill is downplayed as just another kill. Now, after all this heartwarming discussion, you might be thinking to yourself, this man, He sure does romanticize the benefits of streaming. But alas, that which glitters is not always gold. And you'd be right. And you may well be surprised by this one. But not all streamers are surrounded by rainbows and unicorns. Who'd have thunk it? Who'd have thunk it? But alas, for the purpose of this preliminary video, I thought I would highlight the positive aspects of streaming as opposed to scaring newcomers away right off the bat. However, if you would like me to make a U-turn and actually explore some of the vulnerabilities, the hardships, the woes of a new, an upcoming, or a long-standing streamer, feel free to shed your experiences as an individual who might fall into any of these categories in the comment section below, and I may build upon your thoughts in a future video. Boom! Alright, that's a home run. So we're done. That is it. You can go. But before you leave, please, if you like the video, as is the norm within the community on YouTube, feel free to tap that like button, you know, smack that subscribe button, show a little bit of support and love. I would appreciate it very much. And like I said, feel free to leave a comment down in the comment section below. Lots of love. Exxon. Ow, got caught in my ear. Out.